Last week, Joe Biden, in a private call with leaders of civil rights groups, urged them to remain quiet about plans to overhaul policing, saying that it could hurt the Democratic candidates in Georgia's two key Senate runoff elections, which happened on January the 5th. Take a listen to this.
They've already labeled us as being defund the police. Anything we put forward in terms of the organizational structure to change policing, which I promise you will occur, promise you. Just think to yourself and give me advice whether we should do that before January 5th, because that's how they beat the living hell out of us across the country, saying that we're talking about defunding the police. We're not.
They don't look thrilled to hear that, by the way, on that call and that leaked sound. Very candid from Joe Biden there. Joining us now for reaction is Judd Dunning, author of 13.5 Reasons Not to Be a Liberal. Our panel is also back with us again. Victoria and Joe, welcome back. Thanks for being with you. Judd, I'd like to start with you. Simple question. Is the mainstream left, Joe Biden's portion of the left, now aware that they might be way too left to win future elections?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear what we've got coming down the pike. I mean, we've got cancel culture, we've got over-accommodation, social justice, we've got the Green New Deal, we've got everything that they've been touting, paying off college funds. I think people know we're departing from what we've had this last 4 years, which is a movement toward exceptionalism. I mean, this goes back so far, doesn't it, right? I mean, Stalin's resentment of America goes back to 1929, where he said heresy of American exceptionalism. Right now, the left is touting deconstructing, make America great. So I think absolutely. I think America is clear, and we're watching.
Yeah, Joe, Victoria, there's also a battle within the Democratic Party right now over another issue that we've heard a lot about, but we likely won't hear much more about until after January 20th. It's student loan debt. Joe Biden has endorsed canceling up to $10,000 basically per student in debt, but Democrats on the farther left part of his party, no surprise, Bernie Sanders, AOC, Ayanna Pressley, they are pushing him to multiply that number by a minimum of 5. What's going on in the Democratic Party?
Well, what they're doing is they're keeping their promises. Unfortunately, they're bad promises. They said that they were going to cancel this student debt. Now, just think about this. People went out and got college loans to give money to universities that are just awash in money. Now, those people who went out and got those loans, who either didn't get degrees or don't like the degrees they got, want their loans forgiven. That means that the American taxpayer, you, me, and others, who may have had loans and paid them off, are now going to pay off everybody else's loans. That is fundamentally unfair. It's not the way we do business. When you have a debt, you pay it. If you can't pay it, you declare bankruptcy.
So Judd, I was going to suggest that you write another book, and I'm sure it'll be longer than the 13.5 Reasons, and that is all the false statements made by the Democrats. Like, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. I never made 1 cent of money from China. But now here is something that they're really being honest about, because it's a giveaway. We're going to give you free stuff, and this is just the first in line. Doing away with college debt, and think about all those people who are doing things without a college degree, and now they have to pay for the people who studied martial arts in the Bahamas or some other kind of esoteric degree.
Well, yeah, I'd like him to pay my bar tab as well, because I think that was the biggest cost.
Yeah, or my car payment.
Just pay anything and everything that we rationalize.
Right, maybe a mortgage. How about some rent? Sure that the left would open their hands up for something like that. By the way, Judd, this rings of Hunter Biden, who everyone thought was such a good guy before that New York Post report that nobody reported on except for Newsmax before the election. Of course, now we're a month removed from the election, 5 weeks, and that report's everywhere. Everybody knows about it. Even CNN is leading their A blocks with it. That's the beginning of a newscast. Are we going to see more of this after January 20th if Joe Biden does take office?
Look, awfully convenient that breaking federal investigations into Hunter Biden's taxes didn't become public until the exact day that all 50 states certified their election results. I mean, I'm questioning justice right now. I mean, apparently, even the Supreme Court will no longer see no evil, hear no evil, or speak no evil. The justice system itself is on trial that's supporting our flawed DOJ, our flawed FBI. I mean, it's a toss-up, isn't it? At what point? The biggest thing that I have a problem with, our book really talks about this as well, is why are the elites untouchable in American justice, in our society? When's the last time you saw a president be held accountable, besides Nixon, who resigned voluntarily to get out of trouble? We have a real issue at the top of our justice system right now. So I'd say it's up for grabs.
Yeah. All right, Judd Dunning, thank you so much for your time. Joe and Victoria, stick around here on National Report.